All right, Mike is back with a closer look at this heat and humidity that's now upon us. And I think the big question for a lot of people who are sensitive to this is how long is it going to last, Mike?
Thankfully, this is short-lived, but Sharon, I mean, I think this afternoon is going to be just brutal for a lot of people.
Yeah, even people who aren't sensitive to it, this is about as hot and humid as it gets here ever.
Yeah, this is pretty much the top of the top. I mean, heat index values of 100 degrees plus in the greater Bangor area. Not something we talk about that often, but that's what's on the table for this afternoon, so get ready for that. We also have some fog out there this morning, mostly along the Penobscot Bay and down east. Dense fog advisory in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Visibility is below a quarter of a mile when you enter these dense patches of fog. So it is patchy. You may find yourself driving along with just fine visibility, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're in one of those dense patches. Current visibility is being reported along I-95, also dropping down to a quarter mile in Augusta, Waterville, half mile in Lewiston. So make sure you take your time out on the roads this morning. Give yourself maybe a little bit of extra time on that morning commute. Part of this is because we've got so much low-level moisture around. That means dew points are higher, and that is going to play into this heat advisory that we have for later today. Air quality alerts in effect for the coastline this afternoon. Heat advisories for all of the counties highlighted in orange here. So that's where we expect it to feel like 100 degrees or higher later today. Very important to hydrate, and air quality alerts along the coast mean that we'll have a lot of pollution trapped, so people with asthma and sensitive groups may find it a bit more difficult to breathe outside. We still have a couple of thunderstorms rolling through right now, keeping an eye on these as they pass. Here's this one just north of Greenbush, passing Route 2 and the I-95 corridor, approaching Burlington, Vermont, Burlington, Maine rather, but I think it stays south of Lee and the Route 6 corridor. And then we've got this shower right here near Great Pond in Hancock County. And again, that is all just going to slowly dissipate over the next half hour or so. And we should see drier conditions by the time the sun begins to rise. Hour-by-hour forecast showing increasing sunshine through the afternoon as well as increasing temperatures. By noon, many of us approaching 90 degrees. The exception will be the mid-coast and down east coastline, but everyone else will be well into the heat and humidity. A couple of stray showers and thunderstorms are possible, especially to our west later on, and high temperatures again for many of us will make it into the 90s. As those showers and storms move in, they should weaken. The highest risk for severe weather is mostly going to be across parts of northern Vermont, the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, and western New Hampshire. And then again, as those showers and storms move in, they'll be falling apart. So we still could see some strong wind gusts or some heavy downpours, mostly across northern New Hampshire and western Maine. But elsewhere, I don't think we're going to be talking much about thunderstorms. It's going to be hot, it's going to be hazy, it's going to be humid. This continues tomorrow. A lot more sunshine expected tomorrow, with again just a couple of lingering showers or storms in the mountains. A cold front approaches and moves through on Saturday, and this is going to bring relief from all of this heat and humidity, but it also means that we have a bit of a thunderstorm risk. The dew point trend outlines this very nicely, though. Dew points in the 70s tomorrow, in the upper 60s Saturday, down into the low 50s by Sunday morning. It is going to feel completely different outside by the time we get into the end of the weekend. Quick check on the tropics too. We've got Tropical Depression Fred, and this is going to play a role in the forecast locally late next week because we could bring some tropical moisture back to Maine. Marine forecast today sees around 3 to 4 feet, southwest wind 10 to 15 knots, gusting to 20 knots, current water temperature 67 degrees. Nice to get in the water and get some relief from the heat over the next couple of days. Chance of thunderstorms on Saturday, much less humid by Sunday. And we're looking at a lot of sunshine to start off next week, with temperatures ranging from about 80 to 85 degrees with much, much lower humidity. Sharon, today is like the hottest of the hot that we get in the summer, but we have some beautiful summer weather on the way after this. So it's just a couple of days, but you need to take those precautions starting, now.
Yeah, that sounds good. And yes, not take this lightly.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Mike.